Alright, so you want to come to the Philippines? Well, come on over. We've been having this non-stop for 3 days. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 days non-stop. They won't stop. These supercells just keep coming through. But listen, that's the way it is in the tropics. So you better bring your hip waders and your rubber boots and your rubber ducky, and that's right, your fishing pole, plenty of beer, your favorite gal to snuggle up to. That's right. Everybody here is out of power. We've been in a brownout for about, hour and a half. No problems here. Now I am going to relocate this to a more permanent place, but because I have so much ventilation here, I'm actually pretty good. Not too worried about it. That's just all screened in right there, temporary. My porch, or I should say my balcony, it's all screened in. It's just temporary. I'm really to keep the mosquitoes at bay, because it's going to be a little while until I'm able to get to this and finish it up the way we want to. But these torrential downpours, they just keep going and going and going. Once they start, they won't stop. So if you don't like this kind of deal, then stay where you're at. Beautiful day in Palawan, and the work continues. So what we're doing is, after getting some advice and direction and based on an idea that I've had for a long time, we're going to go ahead and put a curb here so we can stop the water that comes off the road during the heavy rains. Because when it rains here, man, it really pours. It comes down hard. So they're forming. They've got the form here, and we're going to go ahead and concrete and put a curb here, all along here, and we'll have 3-inch PVC pipe that will marry up to a funnel of concrete, because the water likes to run this way, because this road, everything runs downhill here. So this is going to hopefully be the best solution. Like I said, they got it formed, and we're going to make a curb. The whole idea is to take this PVC, and here comes the concrete right there. And then we're going to bring the curb from the house and extend it out here this way. And we'll go along this way around this old utility pole. It's not even working anymore. This used to be the original street light, but now they got all the modern solar lights up and down the road. So, but they'll never remove this. It'll stay here, I don't know, forever. And so then we're going to also have a channel of concrete that's going to catch the water coming off the road here. And with the PVC, we'll use some elbows and some T-joints. We're going to catch the water coming off right here, send it in a PVC this way. We'll concrete over that when it's done. We'll have another one coming, channeling the water down this way. We're going to build a wall here, but there'll be a little valley right here of concrete, so the water can flow down here. And we're going to take the PVC down halfway to the hill, and then we will join it into our discharge gray water pipe right here, and that goes all the way back there. So we'll see how this goes. Stairs are doing absolutely wonderful. Our stone wall is doing fabulous. I'm going to go ahead and smooth coat that later. After the heavy rains just came for 3 days straight, it seemed that everything was working really, really well here. So this plan really came together well. But yeah, we'll smooth coat that. And of course, there's Kuya's apartment. He's still not doing good. I appreciate everyone's prayers and all that. But we even gave him his own little seat out here. Now, he was sitting out here the other day getting some fresh air, so when we formed all this, just went ahead and... His real name is Renato, but he's been called Bong or Bongy for years, since he was a small lad. So that's what he goes by, Kuya Bong. So now he has his own chair to sit on. He doesn't have much reaction, facial or otherwise, but he did kind of smile when he saw that and came out here and sat down. He's got to be helped up and helped to do everything. So, but that's the way it goes. But we think he likes it. So a little tribute for him, because he did hold down my house here for several years until we could get here. But that's the plan. I'll show you more as it unfolds. Okay guys, so here's where we are on our steps. And how do you redirect tons of rainwater coming off a major road away from your house, going down a hill? Not necessarily easy, but doable. And we're going to get this done, because that's just the kind of guy I am. I get her done. I don't take no for an answer. That's just the way it goes here. Is it going to be perfect? No. Is it going to work? Absolutely. So you can see where we have our curb here. Let me get up over here. Our couple food stands there that our girls work. So we formed and poured this yesterday. Now that'll keep rain away from entering our rock wall on the inside. We'll of course take out these 2x4s here, the mold forms. It turned out pretty good. Now the water's going to bounce up against that because the water's running away from the road here. That's how roads are designed. Many of you know that. There's a couple of you that, you know, have still been living under a rock and don't understand that. But there we go. So now the water's going to crash here and go down the hill away from the house that way, because here's the end of our house right there. And all this, the water's going to bump along that curb because it rushes down here. As you saw earlier with the waterfalls coming down the stairs. Now, we were able to manage to keep the water away from Kuya's apartment door down there. Okay, so now we're forming a curb that's going to come along this way, and then there's going to be a hollow down in here. It's going to come around here, and we're going to make another beveled concrete hollow there with a small wall, and we're going to put 3-inch PVC pipe, and that's going to allow us to vector the water away from the house, as you saw in earlier clips, and we're going to capture it right here with this 3-inch. We're hollowing this out. That'll go there. Here's the curb. As you can see, we're going to capture this here. Then it's going to come down. We'll run another 3-inch extension over here. We'll cement that in, and then it's going to meet the bevelness of the water coming here. Now we're going to try to patch this up. This is not our property. Okay, our property goes up to this big stupid tree with barbed wire on it. But we're still gonna fix some things in here to make it better for us. And the whole idea is we're gonna have a T-junction here, and the pipe, PVC pipe, is gonna go all the way down this way along our retainer wall here, our anti-erosion retainer wall. We're gonna bring that down here. I don't know how far, if we're gonna go down there or right after the concrete that we poured. And then we're going to join it into our gray water pipe that runs the length of the hill down there. See that right there? We're going to join that right there. That actually helps these folks down here, because every time the rains come down here, the water just pools right down in front of their property, and they can't get in or out unless they absolutely have to. Then they're going to stroll through water. But this pipe goes, I don't know if you can see it. It's back there. It's back there. There it is. And it goes out to the back end over there, and that's dead man's land over there, so we're not worried about that. So that's the plan. That's what we're going to do. We are going to redirect water coming down a mountain hill. We'll see how it turns out. Okay, so here's how far we've gotten so far. Again, our curb. Here's a section of our new curb going this way. And of course, like I said earlier, we'll have the 3-inch PVC pipe going right there. And we have this formed here, and you can see this bevels down. So the water that's coming down off the road right here will go into this trough, and it'll come over this way. And the water that's coming off the road there, because what it used to do was come this way and come off the road, and because of the slope here, it would come down and contribute to the waterfall coming all the way down here. So this is how this is going to get. You can see how we have that small retainer wall that I talked about earlier. And so I think some people around here are getting their bathing suits ready. They think this is going to be a swimming pool. Tell them, well, if you want to jump in there, go ahead. So we concreted right along the water meters here. So now this is all going to flow down here. We'll put a trap over the top of this so that small pebbles, rocks, twigs, leaves, foreign matter can't get in there. So this is where we're at. So not too bad. It's going to be a lot better than what it was. So you can see how that top step, and of course people can step on it. We've actually created another step there because this was the last step. It's a pretty good leap to get up there. So we knew we were going to put a step there, but that's why I held off, just so we could finish and get this little trough here going. So we'll collect the water coming down here. Look at that. That is so sweet. This will come down to PVC, and it'll run right along here, right in there along that step there. We'll concrete that. It'll join with this one here coming out of the trough, and we'll see how that works. That's it. Hopefully the weather holds out. We're supposed to get several days of rain in a row. I don't think it's nothing torrential. It's just going to be wet and soggy next week. I've been following that, so we're going to get a good test anyway to see how this all works. Also fixed our retaining wall right there up against the house. This used to just be kind of all wide open, so we hollow blocked it and then smoothed it. Again, we're gonna smooth all this too, but we'll do that once we put the 3-inch PVC pipe running down so we can collect all this water. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate it. It's almost beer 30. We'll see. So hopefully we'll get a good day. I think we'll be okay on weather today. Could be hit or miss a little rain shower. That's not going to stop us. Until then, thanks so much for coming out. Peace out. And walang katapat. Take care.